Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, coming live from Fire Up Your Heart, children of God. And that's you. That's you. I just need to do a quick prayer. I don't do this very often. So I'll just start crying, but and whatever I say here isn't meant to scare people. The few that watch, it's to say that um, I hope I'm wrong. And boy, I'm always happier when I'm wrong than when I'm right, or when I'm like misinterpreting my own internal thermometer of events and situations and um, energies and behavior of people around me out and about, or what I see online. Um, and first, I do want to apologize when I used to call the neighbor a name. It was mainly to one video today with chasing chickens down. Amber thought she likes to play her little funny game with me sometimes, and so is that's that type of personality. So, like, say, I don't care he has big motorcycle parties. He can have them every day. I don't care. It's that, like, um, but what if we did? What if we brought in some rock bands out front and it went on for a week? Would he be okay with that? Do you know what I mean? Okay, boy, this is a great. Woo! All right, so maybe I'll get my blankie and wrap it around me so I'm not distracted. So we gotta pray. We gotta pray, and we need to all start coming up with a plan with God. And there needs to be more of us that are rising up with the Lord to fill the gap. I really want to be hopeful. I started this shenanigans on YouTube 4 years ago. I shut 2 or 3 down, ended up and back into a full throttle healing. Everything was intact, and I thought for sure that was the cure-all for my elixir problem. So right now I'm gonna go get something to drape over me. It's not cold, but it's not hot either. We're starting to inch into fall, and I woke up in the middle of the night, about 5 hours of sleep, which is good. That's good. I sleep more here than I have anywhere in my whole life. So that's good. I mean, not meaning too much sleep, but more like a normal person would. Try to get prepped here for the prayer. Try to get prepped here for the prayer. I don't know if you can hear that. Just looking for my Bible too. Just 1 second. Sorry. I'll at least try to light a candle, and I don't want to put the lights on out there right now. Like, well, why is she coming on if she's not ready? Oh, that's right, but I'm sorry. I am sorry, like I came up a minute, but I already wasted 5 minutes. Goodness. All right. So now we can get some really scary effects going. The creepiest thing about that silent sonic explosion or whatever that occurred is my hair, where it was getting gray, and it actually got like grayer like overnight. It was literally like a Frankenstein thing. All right. Oh, Lord, did she not? I did grab the Bible. Now the Bible's not here. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no. I'm probably going to cry. I'm going to drink some lemon water. Okay, we're just going to go off the heart here. I wanted to read a psalm too to give some comfort. I probably won't be able to find one in time. This person, who's here with me right now? Popo. Little Popo. Can you guys see Po? Oh, they really did grow up pretty good. They still just need a lot of guidance. Oh, are you sad about the world, Po? Are you sad about losing everyone that you loved in your 4 short years? Holmes and Pella and the boy, all the attacks and radiation and frequencies on you too. Oh. Thanks for being there for me. And we know we had a rough road. 3 intensities makes lots of intensities. Oh, right? Aww. All right. Well, I guess that's our praying. We're just going to sit silently together. Well, I cried out. I'm so sick of seeing corruption. And the fact that God was letting me see it, and I was too young to be having to even understand it, but I did. And so I always get a kick out of when someone says, "Oh, you're still young." There's a big portion of my body and soul and mind that's never felt young. That's why I go the other way a lot and act so silly and ridiculous and stuff. I am so sick and tired of the powers that have deceived the masses. I can't even look at prosperity false preachers. They're literally the ones we can blame them. We can blame them for leading seas of God's children into the abysses of hell. But hopefully God will have compassion on the ignorant. The fact that these people can say what they do and lace it with dollar bills around Jesus' name is the most disgusting thing to me, outside of all the other disgusting things. And trust me, I have a lot of beautiful things in my life, and I'm very well aware of it. And I love what I see with God and what He creates, His creation. And those that are still good, those that were able to retain some sort of humanity to their souls and not become cold, dark, dead, cold, gray rocks. I want to believe God's going to do a turnaround. God, I want to believe you're going to do a turnaround. But I don't think you are. And I'm begging you, God, that you spare who you're going to spare. It doesn't feel that way. I never move in anywhere too quickly. Thank God I don't have some yapper chappers at my heels telling me to hurry up and move in. I don't feel it all the way. I don't know if it's just because we've just been through so much that why am I even going to waste my time bringing this stuff in? Because God forbid what else is going to happen. I feel like I think there's a lot of people coming together, but yet it seems the few more that get led into the truth, the devils are just slamming harder. And then I have to tell myself, Babylon fell. All these empires have fallen before, and God will resurrect a new one. This just seems different, but I haven't been around for 2,000 years or more. This just seems different. Something is not feeling right. And it hasn't lifted. It has not lifted on me for over 10 years. Call it a lack of peace? No, that's not what it is. I have an internal peace. This outer skirts of unsettlement that has been with me for too long. It's at least been 10 plus years or more. Just like, not much longer. Don't even worry about planning 50 years ahead or whatever it was. I'd be like, Lord, that's so careless. Lord, that's so careless. Lord, help me. He's like, don't worry, there's not much time. 10 plus years ago. All my son's life. Sure, that was great for him. No, I'm sure it wasn't. He ran more selfish and whatever. He was going to have a rough road if he didn't get that nipped in the bud. Lord, please, we come to you. I want to be a gap. Please bring those of us together that are the gap for the others that don't know and are unawares of what they're doing. And they have no clue how catastrophic all these events are. And they're living in some sort of weird warped vortex. They have no clue as to how absolutely catastrophic these events are accumulating and growing. And yes, more people are getting to God. Thank God. But I can't imagine. I had no idea what I was doing back when I got saved and things were a little more settled around the earth. Not always. There's always stuff blowing up. This is on fire over here and this is over there. And then you have the naysayers in a way saying, oh, this stuff has always been going on. It's just that now we have social media, so we have more tools of online ability to see what's blowing up next. Is it? I don't remember Canada burning down. Maui? If you saw the clip of the guy, what part of the fire department or some kind of commissioner that's supposed to help keep people safe, what his response was? I mean, I understand he can't be up there blubbering and crying like I would have been as a leader of sorts. But that he didn't sound the alarms because it was related to tsunamis. People are just trying to, the ones that were even still alive, trying to just wrap their head around the event. And they got realtors stalking them. Guys, I mean, my Lord, have mercy. I mean, God's mercy, it's still there. I mean, I'm very well there. And his patience are. But there is parts in the Bible very specifically stating when he's ready to let this place crumble down to to rubbish and dust and to ashes, he would warn the people that his patience had run thin, that he was no longer going to put up with it, and he was going to let the joints burn up, blow up, fall down, crash down, erupt, flood out. Now, the rainbow is supposed to be a part of the rainbow. The meaning is a promise that he would never fully flood the earth. But the rest of the text, as you follow, he would let fires consume. And it's his fire. And I know it's because of this and that and the engineered weather and the heat and the tower, all of it together, see. But see, God allowed it. And it's taken a long time for this old noggin to follow this rhythm. I have said some really outlandish things before, like we all wondered what the chip was or this thing where we're marked. Maybe it's the device. I don't know. How many people hold it in their left hand and go on the right? I was very reluctant to get online. I knew that it would shift my focus from more important things like what's this realm here. But it doesn't mean that God can't turn this ship around, but that's not what I'm getting. And I haven't been getting that for a long, long time. And it affected my relationships with people and labeled a doomsdayer or whatever. And I'm really not. I'm actually quite full of light, and I'm not trying to brag right now because I've got my vices or whatever, but I'm light. I'm with God. Me and Jesus are like, you know, PB&J, you know, peanut butter and jelly. We go perfect. This doesn't mean give up. See, this is where this needs this prayer. This is prayer right now. This is where we can't give up. Okay, is just because I'm saying it's not. It is looking doomsdayish. You guys, come on! Like, I mean, the more the darkness is brought into the light, the bioweapons, the confessions of these horrible acts of Nazism in advanced form, they refined it better so that they could keep so many more in the dark to pull off the ultimate genocide, in the hopes of the elites being able to preserve their slave state people that they want to do their bidding, and then they can be living on their beautiful little island, or wherever, down in their bunkers, or however they're lining this up. But God's patience he's yeah, like, I mean, I don't even have concern about the fact the upstairs is still empty and we haven't pulled anything out like we needed to yet. And I'm just like, we're just here. I'm just trying to enjoy nature and gardening and trying to deal with those little chicken brats at times, and the silly turkeys that would wander off and fall into a ditch and not know how to get out. And I just it's just too heartbreaking. And then to watch my family disintegrate year after year, decade after decade, all the lies and the deceit and the scapegoating, and God, the horrible, like what they got away with, and then what I let them get away with, because I knew it was bigger and badder than I thought, and that I was already listed, I was already labeled. And I pray that they all made peace with God, and that they confess their sins and their atrocities upon their own children and their grandchildren. And these people in Maui, I've seen footage these are from other sources that go deeper and more real with people, just independent journalists, and I'm disgusted. I know there's good. I know there's good people. I know there's good people. Don't misinterpret this. But it's not enough. It's not enough good people. And someone will say, well, none of us are good. We're all sinners. We need Jesus Christ. Yes, yes, we do. That's the truth. But quite frankly, there are people that run a little more genuine and loving and just are completely probably just folded up in a heap. This is a war. They've created this. This war has been going on. It would be technically the Third World War. And it's been going on for a lot longer than they have ever even disposed to us. And they'll erase it from history. And a bunch of us that were, you know what I mean? I mean, for me, malpractice alone, medical malpractice alone, the last since I've been with John, and my son was still wanted these certain things to be fixed with extended family that never was, and then he shut down. I mean, they couldn't. It was like they didn't even care. The doctors didn't care. They just give her too many steroids. She's allergic to all these pharmaceuticals. Just pump them into her. Don't even tell her what we're giving her. You know. And then no support from any family or extended. Just looking at me with blank stares like she's such a liar. Well, who's a liar now? Because it was never me. And it was never John. Now, is that to say that I never had a fib? Yeah, but no. John's my partner, my music partner, my best friend. And we're a dynamic duo in our own right. Does that mean we're always perfect? Absolutely not. We have endured the most insane crap. And now the feds are chipping away at what they need to. We're trying again. I think that's why we're not fully moved in. And I don't want to expel Ware, but he gets his employment engines blocked. Like, I went to jail and was able to acquire this situation where he is now. The last time 10 or plus years ago, I had never seen someone fill out so many employment forms, and he doesn't have like an etchy employment history, like where it's all over the board like mine. And so we're looking out and about, but it's like the whole country's collapsing. So I suppose we just have to collapse here with it, because we really love this home. I mean, we would probably never, unless we attain trillion, bunches and bunches of money, it'll never probably be fully done for a long time. But there's potential here, and but we're looking out of state. We have tried before. We just get a huge block. This one's feeling a little more like maybe God's going to let this one thing happen for him. But we'll see. But then I'm thinking, if this is federally related, it's not. It's like there ain't going to be like a hat. It's not going to like be a band-aid. Just like this was just a temporary, thank God, getting us out of Brentwood. But we got multiple personalities over here going on, up and down and all around. And he's trying to be somewhat okay with John, but ignores me. It's all disgusting. And so say it's just one guy, but we've learned this before talking to people. You could have, 50 people in a neighborhood after you, but you can also just have this one house, and that one house could be like, excuse me, the whole scary neighborhood. You know what I mean? So, whoo. And so, but I tend to run still naive or retarded. I do. And I'm just looking for that, the hideout place. Well, am I going to have like little Mexican cartels all around the edges? I mean, like, it's just like, we love it. And, but I was glad to know that John's still open. he might be dragging his heels a bit, but he knows this situation is. And then they've sent that girl out. They sent this girl out that last year with the down by the marina, and then the two like truck SUV guys came zooming out of nowhere to pin us, and then her. I guess they thought we were stupid enough to stop by this marina area, but it was just taking us over into the junkyard, the shipwreck spot, which then goes out. I call it a barge. I have these words wrong, but you know, I saw the vision while and you're like, well, why would you follow her? Well, we had a series of death threats and stuff, and we were trying to pinpoint who was who, at least to some degree, to kind of just narrow down, who the enemies were. And unfortunately, it goes right back to, on my side, extended family, and a couple of his family members too, jealous siblings, things like that. It's coordinated organized crime network that has just exploded. And from what we can gather in this county, if you're not in the thing to hurt the more or less the innocent, then I mean, I hope this one group gets back. I hope that I pray God that you can network this, and I pray that the person that helped us get out of where we were can help us maybe get out of here, and then we've unveiled some things that helps the next people see what they're dealing with, and we've spiffed up a couple things that were annoying, but the rest would need to be, the bathroom needs to be gutted. That'll start wearing on us so even if his hours do go back up or we figure something else out with finances, is that's gonna wear on us this winter. So we're gonna have to spiff it up. But the one good thing is we had extra flooring from the last location, and I believe it's enough to do that small bathroom, and so that's cool. And but meantime, we know that we probably need to gut the whole thing, extend the bath shower area out, take out those cupboards, all the sink and everything. Just it all has to come out. And just seems like this home should be to a sweet little family that's growing. So, or it's just because my heart has been with Jesus in heaven for so long, even though I'm here and I deal with the world. Maybe that's why I've never just been like, this isn't my home. And there's probably not a home on the face of this earth, because my heart and my home is with Jesus. And it was when I was a little girl, but I lost a lot of hope. And then I walked away here and there a bit, but I don't think I ever fully walked away. I didn't. I would say I was exploring, but Jesus, I pray for a turnaround. Please, God, you can change anything when you want, because you're God. But I know also that you know how bullheaded people are, because I know how bullheaded I am. Oh, God. And I know that people do wake up in suffering. They do. And that this is necessary. This is necessary for the changes that you want to happen to the earth and the people. I know this is not a drama performance. This is like the real deal. I woke up in the middle of the night and I am probably being harassed Like I said, I didn't even discuss these dreams as of recent. They've been horrifying. I don't think I discussed it. I think I wrote it in Cura, one of my support groups on Cura. The last dream I had, and I hope it, oh gosh, I'm really getting long-winded these days, is, and it wasn't even a full nap. It was yesterday. I went to nap with John, and so I did not feel I was in a deep sleep. It was on the order of this house, but it didn't seem like it was this house. It's usually the themes of if it's a dream, or we can say it's a visual harassment or a warning. It could be a warning. Um, and I don't know the particulars, but I just know the last few dreams have been very bizarre and kind of all tied together. Like as if there was people in our house, we didn't want them here. And John and I are having to get the people to leave or get them to move out. Like, why are you here? We didn't invite you here. You need to leave, please. Just sitting around lounging, like, just like all these people were, I'm going room to room. I'm like, what are you doing here? I don't know you. What, like, what? But then this next one went to, I know this is running, to, even a little more demented, what, but it does seem like a warning. And I think that then God, I think that's when John was like, well, this was the ones I had a week or so ago, and they kind of are cumulatively lining up the same. This last one, so these kind of like demon type people, but these were men, platinum black hair, cold eyes. I guess we could say even aliens, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Human, they look human though, but you like, um, sensory perception in the dream or this vision or this harassment, whichever. I'm seeing them and I'm going, these aren't real. These are not safe. These are not fully human. They may look mostly human, but they weren't. And me and John are having to like toss them out the windows, but yet they were astral projecting in. But astral projection is you can go through walls, you don't necessarily break property. These ones were like, I think they were like crashing through the windows, and like the windows were breaking, and then John and I were like heaving them back out. Not even together. Like I'm heaving them back out the window. John's heaving ones out the other windows. And then there was this one, it was so strange. So then he tries to re-enter, but he tries to cover himself in this like, kind of like a big fur. It was ridiculous because I have a blanket like this, and I also have this fake fake fur coat. It kind of looks like bear, mink, whatever, but it's not. It's not. But it's a nice coat. It's faux. But I use it in the winter because I don't like it to be really hot. And when I first stayed here, I was using it in the sunroom. Uh, that was this place I chose to sleep to kind of get an idea of the house with the dogs. We had a heater set up, and so in this one part, this one of these entities, let's just say, uh, tries to sneak back in the house, like if it's covered in this fur, and I'm looking and I'm like, we still know it's you. What are you doing? Get out of our house. Leave us alone. And then that's when I believe I woke up. There was other things too. I don't want to get into that right now. It was too messed up. And I woke up and I'm like, oh, that was a great nap, not. And I still felt rested, but I wouldn't have even been able to go into that deep of a sleep. So that's where it gets alarming. So then when John's getting ready to go to work, I'm like, hey, did you hear from that other place over in that other state somewhere? I'm like, I know it's just these stupid whatevers I'm having, but why can't I move in more? You know what I mean? Like, we got quite a few things in here, but it's not like fully moved in. And, I just hope that whoever was on the fence about God gets off the fence real quick and makes a commitment to Jesus Christ, because it's vitally important right now. Amen. Have a good day.